So, hello everyone. I'm Dr. Aikyna Finch. I do education, motivation, and social media. Today, I am standing here as part of the dynamic duo from Changing Minds Online. This is my co-host and business partner, Vanessa Canteberry. If you don't already know her, now you know. We do the Motivate Social podcast together. And today we are going to be talking about stop devaluing your worth. So Vanessa, tell us why you chose this topic today.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, perfect. This topic is so important because we was talking about a couple of things. We always talk about a couple of things, but this one right here is a good one. Because one, it's Friday. We're going to sit back, whatever you sipping on, just be safe because you're going to enjoy this ride when we're done with you. Somebody would reach out to Aikyna and myself, and it's interesting because their intentions may not be on the same wavelength as ours, right? And you have to just stop saying yes to everybody. Just because they reach out don't mean that they are necessarily going to be on the same wavelength as you. And especially if you have a brand that you worked your butt off,
okay,
that you think that you're not going to be able to protect it, right? And so I tell people all the time, yes, people reach out to us more now than ever because they see the dynamic duo is what we are called. Yes, we may be the dynamic duo, but individually and collectively, this is divine intervention. You're not going to mess up our brand, and you damn sure not going to mess up my brand. Are we understood?
Come on.
So with that being said, someone reached out to me, and we would never say any names, because I can imagine how many people allow this to happen, but then they turn around, they're kicking themselves because they never said anything. But if you're not saying up and saying anything and using your voice, imagine how many more people this is happening to. So, gotta be careful. So somebody reached out to me, been following me for a long time. When I say a long time, this is not last year, this is not a couple of months, a long time. And someone was like, dang, I know y'all seen what you've been doing. I see, you're doing amazing things, and your story is absolutely amazing. Amen. Amen.
Amen.
I would love to write a story about it. I said, okay. Tell me a little bit more, because at the end of the day, when you, again, have a business, you need to protect it. Just because somebody want to write a story about you, you got to be careful, because their article may not fit. You got to be careful with that. And so I turned around and I wanted to know a little bit more information before I could be able to give you a yes, right?
Right.
And so she gave me some information. I said, oh yeah, that'll be good, to be an article. But see, this is the thing. It goes back to their attentions, your attentions, two different things.
Okay.
Come to find out, this person writes for a huge company. Huge, right? Okay.
Huge.
But at the end of the day, what did they want me to do? They wanted me to pay them to share my story. In that case, I can get on a radio station. Oh, I'm sorry, we did that. I'm still doing that. Books, I can do that too. We done that, right? Okay. So you telling me you want me to put my money in your pocket to be able to share on that platform that's really, to be honest, see, your sister do their research. And that's what I always tell you, do your research, that they don't even charge you or pay you to write an article about somebody else.
Now.
So this always go back to, you got to be very careful. Just because somebody approach you, be careful. Protect your brand. You have to. When I started this journey, and Kina knows this, Dr. Finch to you guys, but that's my Kina. That when I started my journey and people could see your potential and they know your passion, they know your hunger, they know your thrive, they will do anything they possibly can to screw you over. But the way they interpret it is really, we want to help you out because you got a great message. Ladies and gentlemen, please, please, please do your research.
Yes.
When you have something that God has given you, he also gave you, especially women, intuition. Use it and don't abuse it, and don't you allow anybody else to abuse it.
Right.
You are worth it. So why are you going to allow somebody else to devalue your worth? I want that to marinate, right? We got to let this marinate because it's not fair. It's not fair. You're about to bring something that's absolutely amazing to the marketplace. Whatever that may be, because what Aikyna brings, what Vanessa brings, what the dynamic duo brings is powerful. We know that. So we're going to protect that. And we're very careful who we surround ourselves with. So ladies and gentlemen, be careful. You have every right to do your research. You have every right to ask questions. You have every right to show up. You have every right to fight for yourself. You have every right. And if they look at you sideways, that means they are not your audience.
Exactly. Okay. So let's flip it a little bit. So, you know, a lot of people come to you because they're like, oh, you're trying to get some notoriety. So why don't you pay for this notoriety and things? But what happens when you already are known? Oh, you'll know where I'm getting ready to go with this, right? So let's say you got a little brand already. You got it going on. Guess what happens? Then the DMs start happening. You get DM'd on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. You know, if there's a DM for it, they will use it. And what? Oh, can you post this for me? Can you post that for me? Can you do this for me? Can you do that for me? Because I know your audience really needs this. Your audience really needs that. But remember, when you're doing all this posting, remember that people are thinking that you're co-signing this. So be specific and intentional about what you're posting, because you don't want to be co-signing mess. And it is what it is. You don't want to be co-signing mess. And so you need to do your research on these things that you're sharing. And you need to do your research on these people that are reaching out to you, because at the end of the day, it's been many people who have just reached out just for my brand. They didn't even know what I do. They just saw me a couple of times on the thing, and they was like, okay, can you share this? And then we'll do the most and actually put it on there without even asking about it, and then get upset when I delete it. Like it was that, like it should be my honor and privilege that their stuff is sitting on my page. Come through. Now, I'm not understanding. I'm not understanding this. So how can I say this nicely?
You an introvert and you a Libra. Come on through. We are sipping on Friday, and we're gonna give it to you. Come on, Aikyna, because I know you got it in you. Come on through.
Okay, you want to do it? Let's do it then. Okay, so check this out. You have worked very hard for your brand. You have worked very hard for your business. Don't just give it away freely. That's point blank in the period. You have done all this work, and then all of a sudden, all these people want to be around you, want to know you. Did they want to know you when you were coming up the ranks? Did they blow you off when you were coming up the ranks, and then all of a sudden, now they're your best friend? Don't devalue your worth. There is a such things as friends, and there's acquaintances, there's networking partners, and there's business ventures. Know where they are and do that accordingly. Know what the situation is from the get up, and deal with it that way. If that person is a networking opportunity, let them be a networking opportunity, and let it be. If they are a friend, they are a friend. Let's not start all these conversion rates here, ladies and gentlemen. Because at the end of the day, you worked hard for that brand. You worked hard for that name. You worked hard for all of that notoriety. Don't just give it away to just anybody. Do your research and make sure that it aligns with your values and your principles, because guess what? If something goes down, you go down with it.
Yeah.
And it would have been because you didn't do your research about the situation. This is very, very important. And if you know, you can share this out, you can do whatever. If you're feeling it, throw some hearts, likes, or whatever. That's all good. But at the end of the day, if you have a comment about this, if this has happened to you, please share. We are here. This is a conversation. This is not one-sided. We want to hear from you as well. But at the end of the day, we want to know that you are putting in all of this effort and you are getting an ROI. We don't want you to be putting in all this effort and getting nothing in return. Because at the end of the day, you are worth it. You are valuable. You are greatness. You are magnificent. And your brand should be that way as well. And your brand alignment should be that way as well. Your business sense should be that way as well. Okay? That is what we're saying today. So I want y'all to make sure that you are sitting here in this alignment and in this agreement. What do you think on that, Vanessa?
See, this is the thing. You said it. I love it. Well, we need to drop some mics so they could be able to go back and pick this up, because sometimes people fail to realize that they don't want to accept the truth, but you need to accept the truth. And we giving you information so you don't have to go through this like we did. You know what I mean? Because people will take your niceness.
Smarter, not harder.
Yes, they will take your niceness and they'll use it for their advantage. They will include you in things that you didn't know about. Oh, can you come and share something over here with my people? But you didn't give me not damn notice, and you ain't put nothing in my pocket. So here you are using my time and my information for your good. Oh, really? Is this a business or what? Because this sounds like a job, but I'm not getting paid for it. So basically you raking me over the coals for your benefit. Oh, I see how this works. But when it's time for me to have something, you don't share, you don't invite, but I'm only convenient for your convenience. We got to be careful with that. Just because you have likes, that don't mean they all like you. Just because you have a maxed out on people, I keep maxing out on 5,000. Keen, I know you maxed out on 5,000, and I don't know how many times we delete people, but this for some way, shape, form, or fashion, you know, we want to be able to have people that we want to be able to connect with in a like-minded level, and sometimes you got to get rid of the dead weight. Don't apologize for it. Don't apologize for it, because remember, if you're going to be walking in your purpose and walking in your gift, then you want to be able to make sure that you are touching those souls that you're supposed to touch. And let me tell you, I tell people all the time, it's a blessing and it's a curse at the same time. I've been saying this for years. When you step outside of change, it makes you uncomfortable. Majority don't want to step outside of change, but they want change, but they're not willing to do the work for the change to take full effect, which is be uncomfortable. And so when you're uncomfortable, and I'm over here losing sleep, trying to find out how I'm going to pay these bills, take care of my children, move forward and everything else. But now that the things have worked out over here, you want to come over here and act as if you was part of here all along. But when my kids wasn't, I'm just saying, when we meet, I'm just saying, you was over there eating steak and potatoes, and we was over here eating ramen noodles. It just doesn't match. Right. So make sure that you are protecting your brand. Those people that been with you through the struggle, those people who was pushing you when they know your worth, those people, them the ones you want to be around you. Exactly. You want to see them at the finish line, because they was there in the start. They was there when you was ready to give up. They was there at the finish line, and they ready to push you again, because they know that there is something more for you to do. Them the people you want around you. So again, do not, by all means necessary, do not devalue your worth. Don't do that. Is that making sense? And if that's making sense, let us know below. I have no problem. I'm not in the sugarcoating business. I understand that my message is not for everybody, but at the same time, it's for somebody.
Right.
Make sense? Well, you're not here to please people, right? We're here to serve people. So what lane are you in? Are you in the lane of serving, or are you in the lane of pleasing people? I want all the attention over here. Well, let's be clear. Introverts don't care about the attention, but we know we bring something to the table.
All right.
You know what
So,
and we still,
if you enjoyed this pop-up today, because we always love to do a little pop-up message, please put down in the comments if you would be interested in us doing this again, because we want to give y'all the real. We want to give y'all the raw, because, not everybody is doing that. Everybody wants to sugarcoat, make everything look golden, but not everything that's good, gold is good. You know what I'm saying? So we want to make sure that you are getting exactly what you need, and to know that the things that you're feeling, you're not alone. You're not alone. So with that being said, I'm so glad my sister here, Vanessa, was able to do this pop-up with me today. We will be doing more of these. But just like we popped in, we got to pop out. So with that being said, I'm Dr. Aikyna Finch. I do education, motivation, and social media. And
my name is Vanessa Canteberry, and I'm going to help you break down that W-2 mindset so you could be able to get you a 1099 life.
Yes. So until next time, ladies and gentlemen, bye.